Viewer discretion is advised.
Agent Watts recalled the painful memories of his previous mission, where he had to sacrifice an arm and an eye. A small price to pay. After months of healing, he was ready to return to action. "I'm Dr. Geyser. Glad you could make it. Here's a file on your next mission." Watts took the file from Dr. Geyser. As he flipped through the pages, his expression grew increasingly grave. The anomaly came to our attention after photos of it started floating online. After a while, all photos were deleted at the same time, as were other pieces of credible evidence. "We need you to infiltrate an organization in the town of Eider and find out what you can." Hello everybody, I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation EUCLID Class Object SCP-6326. SCP-6326, also known as Manbear, is a hexapedal mammal that resembles a combination of a human man and a grizzly bear. It is often described as having a centaur-like body, with the upper torso, front legs, and head of a bear attached to the shoulders of a Caucasian male human body. 6326 moves primarily by crawling on its humanoid hands and feet, but has been observed running bipedally on occasion. It displays behavior akin to non-anomalous bears, subsisting on a similar diet and hibernation patterns. Compared to a typical non-anomalous human body, the body of 6326 exhibits thicker epidermis with higher resistance to extreme temperatures, coarser body hair, slightly larger body proportions, denser bones, thicker and harder fingernails, and denser muscle mass. Despite possessing a partially humanoid body, 6326 displays a level of intelligence no higher than non-anomalous bears. While it uses its humanoid hands for hunting and other means of survival, 6326 does not appear to have the capacity to create or operate tools. Wait. There must be a mistake here. I think this was supposed to go to somebody else. Nope, it's for you. I authorized the files myself, and the mission got approved by your CO. Seriously? Manbear? With a smile, Dr. Geyser patted on Watts' shoulder where his arm was missing. This can't be my assignment. I'm way too overqualified for this. I'm a squad leader, for goodness sake. I'm not going from Lambda 5 to this crap. Agent, it is imperative that the Foundation investigate, contain, and if necessary, eliminate any and all possible threats. Your job as an agent is to investigate this organization. It's a freaking backwater cryptid fan club. There's nothing to investigate about a bunch of nut jobs. It's an order, Agent. This is insulting. The next day, Agent Watts arrived at Eider, a small town surrounded by swamps in the middle of nowhere. He was quickly integrated into the MIB, short for Manbear Investigation Bureau, as known locally. He was escorted to the town hall by the president of MIB, Caleb Bowen. When he entered, the members of the MIB were already seated, eagerly awaiting the arrival of their newest member. All right, folks, it's a special meeting today, because we have a new member in our ranks. Now, young man, why don't you introduce yourself to us? With a groan, Watts stood up in front of the members. Hi, I'm Keaton Ramsey, and I'm here to do my research and to hunt the Manbear. Go on, tell us why you decided to join us in this dangerous and yet rewarding venture now. As you can see, I'm standing in front of you missing an arm and stuff, because I was attacked by the Manbear. The crowd gasped and went into shock. God, how I wish to crawl into a hole and never come back up again, Agent Watts thought. I knew it. Them Manbear's always up to no good. He's so brave. So you've seen the Manbear, huh? Agent Watts then took out the drawing of the creature, which made Caleb panicked. He snatched the drawing and immediately tore it to pieces. Oh yeah, in the flesh. You were lucky then. No one survives after seeing the Manbear. He's an elusive monster, you see. Why do you think he's that hard to find? That's because he's a shapeshifter. If he finds out that we know what he truly looks like, he'll change into one of us folks and we may never find him. Really? A shapeshifter? Wow. He's really crafty, isn't he? So that's why all photos of him disappeared from the net, huh? Yes, we can't let them photos spread around the interwebs. Very dangerous. I've had my suspicion that you may be the Manbear. Really? What changed your mind then? I had my trusty chief of security run a background check on you. He gave you the all clear, so that's why I was relieved to welcome you. About time you meet him, don't you think? Hey Howie, come on up here. A bespectacled man with a tinfoil hat stood up and walked up to the stage. This is Howie Bartholomew Jr. He knows every ins and outs regarding the Manbear thanks to his psionic powers. His what? Psionic, mind-reading power, you dimwit. You see this helm? That's right, it increases brainwave energy, allowing one to reach into other people's minds and also to defend mine from being under control of the Manbear. I was able to read yours and saw that you, unlike me, a mind reader and a scholar, are just another normal human being. That's why your request to join our bureau was approved. Really? Why don't you read my mind again and tell me what you see? Howie clutched his forehead and extended an arm towards Watts with a pained expression on his face. After a series of mumblings, he said, I sensed that you were a victim of Manbear in the past. You fought against him in a bloody brawl, where he took your arm and eye. What a truly tragic man you are. See? Told you he's the real deal. Wow, I'm truly blown away. Absolutely unbelievable. It was on that fated Sunday when I was out in the woods hunting for game. It was that the Manbear struck and took everything that's ever meant anything to me. I didn't ask. You see, the Manbear's strong and agile. But don't get me wrong, I'm strong and agile myself. But I ain't no beast that crawls around on all fours like some beast. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, like I said, I was out fishing. Didn't you say you were hunting? Devil's in the details, young man. Anyhow, I was about to shoot the deer. I had it right in my sight, but when I pulled the trigger, then suddenly, poof, the deer disappeared into a smoke, and it turned out that it was the Manbear all along. Before Watts could say anything, Howie whispered beside him, the man's memories ain't that clear anymore. Know why? Because the Manbear got to him before I did. Mind control, man. What did I tell you? But I was smart, you see. I knew I couldn't beat the bear human in his territory, and so I turned and ran out of there. I could have outrun him, but instead I slowed down my pace. I let him catch up to me, so that you could fight him in your territory? So that I could fight him in my territory. That's right. Now you're thinking like a tactician, just like me. Got to have the high ground and stuff. You never ceased to amaze me, sir. So I got to my shed where I kept Big Bessie, my trusty 12-gauge double-barrel shotgun. Packs a hell of a punch too. And sat down. I pointed my shotgun right at the door as I wait. When the Manbear rushes in, all I gotta do was to pull the trigger. And bam! Suddenly, a nervous man rushed into the hall, barely catching his breath. Guys, it's Manbear. One of us got injured. It sent the hall into nervous chatter and murmurs. After calming the crowd, Caleb called Agent Watts into action. All right, about time we come face to face with this damn bear man. Come with me, Keaton. They rushed out into the streets. A few blocks away, a man sat on the pavement beside a wrecked motorcycle. He was absent-mindedly nursing his wounds. Oh, it's you, Mikey. Thank God you're still in one piece. Now tell us, did the Manbear do this to you? Mikey responded with a hiccup. What? What? Yeah, the bear dude just appeared right out of nowhere and he pushed me over. Damn near took my head off too when I fell over that damn fence. Where did it go? The Manbear disappeared as soon as he'd done grievous harm against this man. Damn you, Manbear. We can't let him get away with this. Agent Watts looked around and saw a broken bottle lying not far from the wreck. So you're saying the Manbear suddenly appeared in front of you, out of nowhere, and decided to push you over your bike while you were about 20 miles per hour on the road, then ran away? What a truly heinous creature. By the way, have you been drinking? Hey, Mikey here has had a little drinking problem ever since his wife died, no doubt thanks to the Manbear. But we don't judge here, see? We all grieve in our own way. If Manbear is real, I wish it'd come right out of hiding and kill me right this instant. Careful what you wish for, young man. The Manbear's a real tricky fellow. It's strong and quick in its wits too. So, what happened after the shed? Did you kill him? What? Oh, I waited for 2 hours, but he didn't show up. No doubt he was afraid of the damage I could do and respected my tactical style. I headed back to the house and had a roast that night with my wife. It was a good night. You know what? If this manbologist thing doesn't pan out for you, you can be a storyteller. The tension and buildup was unbelievable. That night, Agent Watts contacted Dr. Geyser through Holocall for his daily report. I see you're here to report on your findings. Wait, why are you wearing a tinfoil hat? Oh, this? Why, it's the Bartholomew helm. It prevents the Manbear from reading my mind. Why don't you come down here and get one for yourself? The Manbear's a real threat to humanity, you know? So it's real. Oh, why yes. It's very, very real. The president's got really hard evidence that the Manbear was in fact sent to Earth by space aliens. It's right here, all recorded in this DVD, Alien vs. Bear 2, The Revenge of the Manbear. I can sense that your mind is under tremendous stress right now. Is this the power of the Manbear's psychic abilities? Yes, tremendous stress. Very. I have traversed splinter realities and fought subdimensional monsters with my bare hands, and this is essentially the same threat as those. Please save me from this hell. I need to pull you out of the operation right away then. Now, how do you feel about working with kids? How do you feel about my 2 weeks' notice?